This is what happens. How does someone acquire bad reputation? Okay, so there's impression. Okay, so impression is the first thing people is the first perception people have of you. So that first impression, if the first impression does not change, then that impression is going to become a perception. If the way people perceive you does not change, then you will get a reputation. I'm sure, for example, people are watching me for the first time. There are people who look at me for the first time. They don't even know me. They're like, oh, look at this guy. They just hate me for no reason. They're like, what is he saying?
What is he saying?
Look at this guy. You know, you start judging someone because of how they appear, how they look, how they talk. Oh, look at his eyes. Look at his mouth. And the sound of his voice. He sounds like someone is strangling a cat. He's a cocktail of hideous and stupidity. So that's what happens, and then eventually you find yourself that you have a terrible reputation for no fault of yours. Listen, let me just give you a scenario. Just imagine you have a sheep and a hyena bleeding. So you find a hyena and a sheep in a room. They are both bleeding, and then someone says, judge who the aggressor is. What are you going to say? I can bet 99.9% of the people will say the hyena is the one that has aggressed the sheep. Why? Because a sheep has a reputation of being quiet and docile. A hyena, on the other side, it has a reputation of being what? Of being a predator, an aggressor, a sheep eater. So that is the thing. But just imagine if I was to twist the story and tell you, hey, this hyena was sick. The hyena was suffering from malaria, and it went to the sheep to look for medication or to look for help. But because the sheep knows the hyena has a reputation of eating sheep, it just attacked and hit it on the head, and they are both bleeding. See? You didn't see that coming. So that's why I'm saying that sometimes you don't even have to be a bad person to have a bad reputation. But now, if you have a bad reputation, genuinely you know you have a bad reputation, but you're willing to change, and you want to change this bad reputation, you want to repair the way people perceive you, you want to repair your public image, what do you do exactly for this to happen? And that is the discussion of our video today. So the number one thing you need to know, the number one thing you need to do if you are serious about changing the perception, if you are serious about repairing your damaged or tarnished reputation, you must accept, number one, that you have a problem. Okay, I mean, if you have like 90% of the whole country saying this man is a liar, or you in your community you have like majority of your community saying this man is a crook, or you are a child and nobody says that this is a good child, I mean, that reputation is bad. So if you know that I have done some stuff to warrant this kind of reputation, you may need to have a small introspection with yourself and say, man, you seriously have to change. Something seriously have to happen. So accepting that you have a problem is the beginning. It is the first step. That's where we begin. Accept that there is a problem. Accept that you may even need help, because sometimes to change these things, to rebuild your reputation, to rebuild this tarnished reputation may not be a one-man show. It is sometimes you may need people to come on board and help you. Other people go for therapy. Other people go for rehabilitation. So yeah, but it begins with you accepting that I have a problem. Just like an addict, when you have an addiction problem, you are addicted to pornography, you are addicted to drugs. Sometimes you have, first of all, to accept that, hey guys, this is a problem and I need help and I need to change. So that is number one. Accept that there is a problem and accept that you need a solution for the problem. Number two, I want you to understand, and this is very, very crucial, you must be willing to accept the solution. So accept the problem, number one. Number two, be willing to change the problem. Be willing to look for solution. Why am I saying be willing to change or be willing to look for solution? Because I have heard the pastor say one day that we are going to force you to change. We are going to make you change by force. We are going to press sin out of your life, and if it doesn't go, we will force you. There's nothing so laughable as someone thinking that you can force people to change. People do not change because they are forced. People change because they are willing to change. Let me give you a story. Something happened in high school. We had this very, very arrogant girl. She was from a very rich family. Rich people somehow they have a problem. They feel like when you have a lot of money, when you are privileged, you feel like you are above everybody else. So this girl comes and she has this arrogance. She's very haughty and she feels like she can trample on everybody, including the teachers. But we had this terrible teacher. We used to call him a terrorist. So the guy comes and tells that girl to kneel down. The girl said they cannot kneel down. The teacher said, you either kneel down or you leave my classroom. So now the girl starts thinking, Do I leave the classroom? Because if I leave the classroom, you're not failing. And back in the day, school used to be something very important. And like nowadays, school used to be something that if you miss 2 classes, you may fail. So now this girl says, okay, I cannot afford to fail, but I'm very arrogant. So what am I supposed to do? So the girl accepted to kneel down. But as she was kneeling, she told the teacher, she said, sir, I want you to understand that I'm physically kneeling. But inside my heart, inside my mind, I am standing on top of your head. Hey, so that's what I'm saying. You cannot force people to change. You cannot force people into submission. And if you are serious about repairing a tarnished reputation, you must be willing to change. Willingness is key. So number 3, once you have accepted and you are willing to change, what comes next? You must make a decision. You yourself must make a decision. Yes, you have accepted. Yes, you are willing. No one should take that decision for you. You must be able to sit down and say, okay, this is my life. I want to go in a different direction and I'm going to change. But then you ask yourself, what am I going to change? Where do I begin this changing process? Where do I begin? What system is supposed to change? Am I supposed to change my ID? Am I supposed to change my address? Do I supposed to shift, or am I supposed to transgender and become a woman if I was a man? Perhaps, but that's not going to help. The only thing that you can change, which is going to help you with your reputation, is your mindset. I know. We talk about mindset a lot. And mindset, on this channel, we will hear mindset, but you have to understand this is Winning Mindset program. So we always talk about mindset. Why? Because it is the mindset that informs what you do. It is the mindset that informs how you talk. It is the mindset that informs what you go, where you go, what you do, and who you hang around with. Everything is centered around your mindset. So if you can manage to change your mindset, remember that verse from the Bible that says that be ye transformed. By doing what? By changing your mindset. So you have to take that decision and change your mindset. Okay? Number 4, I want you to understand that a bad reputation is nothing but a series of repetitions. It is repetitions that become your reputation. Okay? So the things you do every day, if you are a chain smoker, you earn a reputation as a smoker. If you are a singer and you sing every day, people associate you with the singing, you have a reputation of a singer. That's why we have artists. There's this friend of mine who's an artist. He's a musician. He did architecture in university. He has a degree in architecture. But then he left everything and he went to singing. So he's a musician. He's an artist. So his reputation is that of an artist. Despite the fact that he went to school and have a degree as an architect, he's a musician. Why? Because that is the repetition that people associate him with. So you need to understand repetitions form reputations. Okay? So if you can be able to change your repetitions, then you will be able to change your reputation. So number 5, just make sure that after you change your mindset, make an effort to change your routines, your new habits, create new repetitions. Okay? You used to go in a nightclub, change that routine of going in a nightclub. You used to lie a lot, just make an effort of at least trying to say the truth. Be intentional in creating new routines and new repetitions. And number 6, this is very, very important. Number 6, in the process of you having a bad reputation, in the process of you having a bad name and a very, very negative public opinion about yourself, you may have offended people. You may have hurt people. So what I want you to do, and this is the number 6, you should make sure that you ask for forgiveness from the people you've hurt in the process of earning that bad reputation. Now, you may not remember everybody you've hurt, but if you can remember some of the people you have offended, some of the people that you have really hurt so bad, some of the people whose life have been changed or impacted for the worst because of your bad reputation, please make an effort of asking for forgiveness. Now, okay, you may say, okay, fine, I cannot find these people. Maybe some of them have died or some of them have relocated. I don't even know them anymore. You can go public. You can go on a platform like this one. You can go on X. You can go on Facebook. Just record something at least to show people that, guys, I have turned the leaf. I'm trying to, to create a new chapter in my life, and I'm not the person I used to be anymore. And listen, because I know people, I know this is hard. People are like, okay, but sometimes you can ask for forgiveness and then people will not forgive you. That's okay. You have done your duty. You have done your responsibility. If they forgive you or they don't forgive you, that is their problem. Your problem should be to be contrite in your spirit and ask for forgiveness. And there's a difference between being sorry and being repentant. Being sorry, let me tell you what being sorry is. Being sorry is when you are caught and you're like, okay, oh guys, okay, I understand, I agree, mistakes have happened, this should not have happened, guys, I'm sorry, because you are caught. Being repentant is you now having an introspection and you say, I have really messed up. I shouldn't have done this. This is very wrong. This is bad for me to do. But guys, please, I ask for forgiveness. And repentance now means that you make an effort not to repeat that thing again. You make an effort to make sure that this does not happen again. That is the difference between being sorry and being repentant. So make a point of asking for forgiveness from people you've hurt in your bad reputation. Now, number 7, this is very, very important. I want you to know, in this journey of changing your reputation, in this journey of rebuilding and repairing your tarnished reputation, you must make sure that whatever you are doing it for yourself. Don't do it so people can see you. Don't do it so people can praise you. Don't do it so that you can train and people say, oh my God, she's a changed woman now. She's in church or she's doing whatever. No, do it for yourself. Because I want you to understand, a person with a bad reputation actually hurts himself more than he hurts other people. If you are a smoker, you have a bad reputation. Yes, you are a smoker. We know you as a smoker. But guess whose lungs are being roasted every day? They're yours. A bad reputation will kill you before it kills other people. A bad reputation is going to hurt you before it hurts other people. So when you decide to turn the leaf, when you decide to turn the page, when you decide to repair this reputation, just make sure that you do it for yourself. And then now there's this question that I keep hearing from our mentorship programs. They say, okay, but how will people know I have changed if I really don't want to go out there and show them? Listen, when you earned your bad reputation, did you call a press conference to announce to people that, guys, I am a bad guy now? No, you didn't. But eventually people knew you are a bad guy, you are bad news. So it is the same way when you change, eventually people will know. Let me tell you something. You see, an orange tree, we call it an orange tree, but the tree is green. So just imagine this tree is green, but everybody is saying orange tree, orange tree. Why? It is because the fruits that are coming from this tree are called oranges. And some of them, of course, are orange in color, okay? I have seen some green oranges. Does that make sense? Green oranges. But you see, this is how Jesus put it. Jesus said that you will know them by their fruits. So if you can change the fruits you are bearing, people will always associate you with the fruit you are bearing. People will always associate you with the kind of fruit you are bearing. So don't worry about people knowing that you have changed or not. If you start producing oranges, they will call you an orange tree no matter what. Alright, so that's all the time I have for this video. If what you have seen or if what you are seeing on this platform is impacting your life, if you are finding meaning, if you're finding some value in what you do on this channel, I really want to encourage you to share this content with your friends. Share this content with people you know are struggling with a bad reputation. In fact, just go in the comment section, tell us what else can someone do to change a tarnished reputation or to try to repair a bad reputation. Otherwise, thank you so much. I hope your reputation improves. I'm trying to improve on my own, okay? So every time you want to judge me, just know I'm a work in progress and I am doing very well changing my reputation. And in case I've hurt you and you know me, please forgive me, okay? I'm sorry. I'm repenting. Sorry, repenting. Okay, we know the difference. Thank you so much and have a good time until we see you again in the next video. This is JFK on Winning Mind program. Bye-bye.